Then, after dedication of that building, God said, if you can have visions and dream of the 3,000, I will give you 3,000, 30,000. So, now it's easy for me to have that kind of visions. So, I had that visions and dream in my heart, and I began to pray. I should pray till I have faith. Vision is vision. But when you become pregnant with vision, then you should pray till that turn into faith. And I prayed and I believed, and then our church grew to 30,000 and 50,000. Then I was traveling in Australia. I was having a meeting there, and I came to the Perth. Then they had a airplane strike. In Australia, when you go there, you should expect a strike at any time because they're striking country. So I was stranded in Perth and I could not leave. I was in a beautiful Sheraton hotel, but I was anxious to come out of that country. But every day there were arguments between the labor and government, and there were no plane leaving Australia, and I was desperate. And I was studying the Bible and I was praying. At that time, the Spirit said to me again, Cho, lift up your head. Look to the north and the south, east and the west. The land which you see, I will give you. I said, why don't you just give me that land right away? The Lord spoke to my heart. Seeing comes ahead of possession. First you must see, then you will possess. So if you could see 100,000 members in your church and believe, I will fulfill it. I said, Lord, I can handle 100,000 people. I can hardly handle the 30,000. I'm not well educated. I'm not able person. I can't handle 100,000 people. But God said, when you believe, you will have 100,000 people and you will handle 100,000 people. So I believed. After 1 week, I came out of Australia and I came back home. And I told the story to our people. I said, we are going to have 100,000 people. We should purchase more land. We should enlarge our church. 2 elders stood up publicly and protested. He said, you are false prophets. You are exploiting the people. We can't go together with you. He said, we will fight to the last moment. You can't do that. But I said, I'm doing that because I'm servant of the Lord. Servant is supposed to obey the Lord. That's all. And the 2 persons fighting me, they were going around discouraging people not to give money. But I believed. And we went on enlarging the church and purchasing more land. And before we completed enlargement of our church, we had 100,000 members. Yes. Praise the name of the Lord. Then again, in prayer, God put the vision in my heart. If you can embrace 500,000 members, I will give you 500,000 members. I said, no way. I cannot handle 500,000 people. I said, Lord, don't you know that I am high school dropout? I have no college education, and I'm dumb here. So I cannot handle 500,000 people. But God said, my Holy Spirit can do that. You are not doing the work. The Holy Spirit in you will do that work. I'm just using as my vessel, point of contact. If you can embrace the vision of 500,000, I will do it. I said, Father, why don't you choose better person? God said, since you are poor, I use you. Talented people, they calculate too much. But since you are full, you don't calculate. It was shocking. God said, since you are dumb, I'm using you. Says, okay, thank you. You are right. I don't know how to calculate. You know, I'm so dumb that I'm afraid of the computer. Whenever I see a computer, I'm scared. In my office, I have 100 computers, but I'm afraid of even touching the key because I'm scared. So I accepted that God's project. I was pregnant once again with that vision stream. And in a few years, we had 500,000 members. And I took my wife to Japan. I said, let's have a vacation now. We have made it. And we can't go beyond 500,000. And I said, I sacrifice you and family. When you have a big church, you sacrifice your family. I had no time to go back home. Mostly I slept in my office. I worked for 24 hours. And so my wife and children were sacrificed. I have 3 boys and all of them left home. Now they are having wonderful family, wonderful boys. But when they were leaving home, they come to me and said, Pastor Cho, we know you as a pastor, not as father. And that is the reason we don't like to become a pastor. We needed you in our juvenile time, but you were not in home. So we know you from pulpit, not in home. That is still hurting my heart, but you can't help. If you really want to have a real growing, powerful church, your family should cooperate. And I'm so happy that my wife has been cooperating with me all these years. In other words, I would never have been used by God this way. So I said to her, now we have 500,000 members, and surely I tell you, I can't handle any more than 500,000 people. So from now on, we will have a lot of time together. We will have a lot of travel. She will not answer. So I said, I'm telling truth this time. But she says, since you got married, you have told me many a times like that, but you have never kept your promise. But I said, now it is real true. 500,000 people. And we can't expect anything more to happen. But she didn't answer. So next morning, we were having a family devotion together. I was praying together with her. Suddenly the Holy Spirit came upon me. And again, he gave me prophecy, which I did not desire. Even nowadays, I tell you, brethren, I'm afraid of prophesying. And I'm very careful. But when I pray, the prophecy comes. How can I do?